All right, guys, y'all already know what time it is. It is another episode of Let's Talk About It, and I am the host, Sidel B. I go live each and every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, like clockwork. Tonight, I can't wait to interview my love. She is so beautiful to me. She is near and dear to my heart, so I had to bring her on so she could shout out her business. I'm gonna bring her up to the stage. We'll wait for the algorithm to catch up with us. Get some people up in this room. We will share. I will share again and then let everybody know that we live. Away from my moderator to jump in the room to tell me how we looking, how we sounding, and there she is. So without further ado, I will bring my guest up and let's bring up to the stage Miss Toya.
Hey, Paula.
Hey, girl.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to have you here.
I know, and I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, thanks for joining. So while we just warm up the room a little bit, make sure you share it to your page. And if you can, hit the share button since you're up on the stage. And then we'll let everybody know that you're live. And then you have to let everybody know who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
All right. So my name is Toya Carodine. I'm from Wisconsin, Racine, Wisconsin, and I'm the owner of Lavish Hair Salon. And I also have a clothing line, Lavish Life Clothing.
See, I didn't even know you was from Wisconsin.
Yes. Born and raised.
I thought you was from here. I didn't even know that.
Absolutely not.
I do this.
No.
You said absolutely. That's a hard no for me too.
A hard no.
A hard no. A hard no. And don't just keep going. Don't even stop. So so you own Lavish Hair, but you was doing hair in Wisconsin?
Yes. I've owned my own hair salon in Wisconsin prior to moving here.
And then you just decided to just transition here and open up salon here, or you was just doing hair at home at first?
No, so I never did hair at home. So when I came here, I worked in a hair salon, my very first hair salon here in Charlotte, and that's where I met your lovely niece.
Yes.
And then a year later, then that's when I opened up my salon suite. And then I moved from salon suite to my salon's now bigger salon.
Bigger salon. It's so nice on the inside. I love it in
Thank
there.
You. Thank you.
A lot of space. I can literally walk on a good day there, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather drive, but I can walk
down. As hot as it's been, I don't know about walking.
Right now. That's what I said on a good day.
Yes.
So what do you do just natural hair, or do you just specialize in everything?
So I don't do natural hair. I only do relaxed hair, and a lot of my clients have alopecia. So I specialize in making units for the ladies who do have alopecia, but I only do short, relaxed, like pixie cuts or just short hairstyles, period. But they got to be relaxed.
Okay, I love Tisa's hairstyle. So what would be called?
She has a pixie.
Like a pixie curl, curl.
And we usually do like a pin curl on her or something more softer, something chic. But she likes the pin curl and the finger wave type of look.
Yeah. So shout out to you for doing like alopecia hair. So what got you into like the alopecia? Because you could do anybody. Like if you license, then you can choose which lane you choose to go in, right? Is that correct?
Absolutely. So I think just from back home, I had a handful of clients who had alopecia, and they would be so embarrassed, but they trusted me, and they didn't want to be without hair or anything like that. So I had to learn different techniques to make it not look more natural. And to be honest, when I moved here, it was I saw a lot more of it, and it was just the joy, the happiness that I felt from actually making them look beautiful and I took pride in them trusting me and not knowing me at all, but just from seeing me on social media, just giving me a chance. And like I said, about half of my clientele has alopecia, and they come and they get their hair done, they walk in that salon, and they don't care no more. They just like wash my scalp, and I know I'm gonna be looking good when I leave. So I think what draw me more to that is just the confidence that I was able to give them going forward. You can just tell in their body language when you're done with their hair how it just
Mm-hmm.
shifts, and there's not. That's why I love doing hair. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I love doing hair because the happiness that it brings people. You know, when you get your
Right.
hair done, you're just happy. You feel like you could take on the world. So I think that's a lot of the reason why I enjoy doing short hair,
Mm-hmm.
um, and just doing because I do a lot of 28 and 27 piece or just regular PU units for my alopecia ladies. So
Mm-hmm.
it just brings a lot. It makes me happy to make them happy. So that's why I
Right. It's
enjoy
kind of like
doing it.
it's like that's like your ministry. So like I
Oh,
inspire
yep,
people every day, making them look good and feel good. That was used to be
yep,
my slogan when I had my store. You when you look good,
yep.
you feel good. So that's really, really the truth.
I like
And
to tell everybody that I'm a healer. So I feel like that's my way of healing people because I feel like I'm a natural healer. So
yeah, yeah.
that's another way of like I feel like I be healing them in that time. They ain't worried about nothing else. They just worried about they feel good. And I no matter what they may have, what we talked about during the service, I know after the service they feel much
Hmm.
better. So
Much
uh,
better. You
yeah,
know, ministry can come in a lot of forms. You could be on the pulpit, or you can go out and we can give, like you came and service, help me serve the
yep,
community on Thanksgiving or Christmas, whatever we went out. But then it can also be with your hands, right?
yep,
It can be
yep,
sewing somebody a clothes, or it can actually so alopecia to me was hidden back a long time ago. People
yep,
were a little bit more ashamed to say that they have it, but alopecia can happen to somebody. It could be hereditary. So explain
yep.
what alopecia is to a lot of people who might not really know the background of alopecia, or how
So
you just have hair and not have hair one day.
exactly. So alopecia most of the time is hereditary. From what I've had to deal with is more hereditary. Somebody in their family, usually a woman, um, dealt with their thinning hair and their follicles not being able to grow anymore.
Mm,
And it happens, and a lot of people, they're like you said, they're usually ashamed of it, but it's nothing to be ashamed about. I mean, they have so many different things out there to try to help it, but the truth is sometimes when that hair is gone, there's really nothing that you can do. And they like to talk you into getting the shots and the injections and things like that in the head. But
mm,
me, personally speaking, having clients who believe that that's going to work for them and they go time after time and spend money,
mm-hmm,
it's not working.
mm-hmm,
So what I try to tell them is that we just have to maintain. And even though some of my clients don't have any hair, I still make sure that my assistant or myself, they still get a good shampoo. Their scalp is well taken care of. Um, I still do the same thing I would do if they had hair, and some
mm,
of them do have hair, like in the because it happens in certain areas. It usually happen around your hairline,
mm-hmm.
the nape of your hair, or right in the top. So a lot of people still are able to grow hair in certain spots, but a lot of my ladies say shave it off because they've come to grips with it and they
Mm-hmm.
understand it and they're not so beaten up about it anymore. They're just like, you know what, it is what it is. As long as you can make me beautiful, let's do it. And I know a lot of ladies, some of my clients, they even rock their bald head
That's what I was
for
gonna
a
say. Bald
while.
head is in because like my mother don't have
Exactly.
hair loss or whatever, but she rocks a
Yeah.
mean bald head. So
Yep.
that's
And
new.
I
That's out too.
absolutely. And they will rock that bald head and they come in and they get there. Either I make them a unit and it's their choice to wear it. But like I tell them anytime, it's not the hair that makes you, but we all feel comfortable in something, no matter what it is. I
Mm-hmm,
know a lot of people
mm-hmm,
like bangs, a lot of people like, straight hair, curly hair, whatever it is, we all have our preference. But at the end of the day, it's not our hair that makes us. You got to have confidence and you got to be confident. You got to have that confidence to be able to rock a bald head.
that's
Do
right.
I and I commend them for that because I personally don't know. I think it would take me a minute. I love short hair, but I've never went really, really short.
Mm-hmm.
So and I'm not scared to cut my hair either, because once you get addicted to hair, or you get attached to it, you don't want to cut your hair no more. But the confidence that they show coming in and leaving out is sometimes it's like day and night. And I see that a lot with new clients, because when they come in, they're like, and I do have a curtain that I can close to get them prepped and everything like that. They don't have to be out in the open. But that's usually only lasts that first time they come to me. The second time, they feel so comfortable, even with the young ladies and the women that's in the salon, they feel so comfortable with everybody that they're just like, mold me, put me under the dryer, because they know how they're worried about the end result. That's all they care about is, I know she about to do my hair, I'm about to feel good, so whatever you got to do, let's do it, and I'm done with it. And they take them wigs and they throw them in, some of them throw them in the garbage, they put them in their bags, and the hair that they wear when they come in. But it's just a good feeling, and I that's why I love doing it, because the day and night difference from even from the attitude. Like, a lot of people come in, and as a hairstylist, you get the first of all, I'm a people watcher anyways, so I love to watch the way the body language changes when from them sitting in my chair and looking at me like, this young girl, what's she about to do? Because they don't probably see me, they just book from online, and they probably don't never seen me personally, so they looking at me like, what is she about to do to me? And when I just sit there and I keep them away from the mirror on purpose, and I just be doing my thing and talking, and I get that razor and I be cutting, and I keep them away from the mirror the whole entire time. And to watch their face light up at when I turn them around, it's just like, I'm like, I did my job.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
So
I love it.
And then they got different units. Like, hair came a long way, because it just used to be like sew in bundles, and this is back then when, because I'm much older than you, of course. But back then you had to know some skills to even put the tracks in. Like, to say, I want a whole full head, I don't want no hair out. That's when you put in the beautician's skills. I want the center to look just as flat as if it's coming out my scalp.
Exactly.
And now it's just so many frontals that, I'm a frontal queen. So it's like, and Soroye's, I'm picky, but Soroye got to really know her auntie well. That's, puts it on for me. But she don't like me looking in the mirror either. So, I'd be like, Soroye. Now I just trust Soroye. Like, do what you got to do. Her male game is crazy and everything like that. So, but do you feel the same way? Like, it came so long that, so far.
So far. And I think a lot of people who don't like the frontals, they still like that method from that back in the day. And I thank God that I did keep a lot of my skills from back in the day. I use my Marcells. I know how to make that flat closure piece. Like, I know how to do all of that. And I'm glad that I stuck with that, because we need that. We need the girls who know how to melt the lace, and we need the people who know how to make the flat closure pieces, because it all is going to come back full swing anyway. So I do lace, but only for the PU units and the units that I make for my ladies with alopecia. I don't do like the lace like you wear, like Soroye do. I don't do that, because first of all, I'm getting old and I don't like to do a lot of stuff that make me sweat. I just like to do the stuff that I do and that I know how to do and I feel comfortable doing.
Right.
But without that stuff, I mean, hair would be so boring. So I appreciate all of these new techniques and these different things, because I love to watch the young girls work. I love to watch the older ladies work and mix it all together. Like, I can sit and watch hair videos all day scrolling and watching, because it helps you with your craft, because that's why so many people lose clientele as they get older, is because they stay stuck in the same hairstyle.
The same hairstyles, right?
Exactly. Yeah, a lot of my newer clientele, when they come in, I don't like to talk about other stylists. When you sit in my chair, just tell me how you like your hair, what you don't like. I don't care to know what your last, I don't care, because it gets messy. And I don't really know a lot of people in Charlotte that do hair, but I don't care. I just want to care about why you're here in my chair and what I can do for you. But the main thing you hear is a lot of people, they giving them the same thing. And then when they see people out in the street and they got these jazzy hairstyles, especially the older ladies, because I have a lot of um older clientele, I would say
Mm-hmm.
like 30 and up.
Mm-hmm.
And them older ladies, they like, girl, don't have me looking like no old woman, but they're older, but they don't want to look like a old, who does? So
Right.
I think that a lot of stylists, they're getting too comfortable. And
Mm-hmm.
instead of learning new techniques and learning different things, like
They just set in their ways.
they set in their ways, and I take classes. I try different molding techniques. I watch a lot of stuff so that way I can kind of stay up on it. The only thing
Mm-hmm.
I didn't follow the trend with was learning how to do the frontals and stuff like that. That's because I have my lane, not
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted to, be separated. It's just that I feel like the young ladies who do that and the older ladies, that's their thing. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to saturate um, my book like that. I perfect what I did, and I learned different ways to do it.
Right. And then
And
that's your calling, is just to help people with hair loss, right?
yep.
And the
Well,
people
I
who
have a lot of clients. I have a lot of clients who just they got short hair and they got some thick short hair,
mm,
real thick hair, and I love those clients because
mm-hmm.
the hair does what it want to do. It does what you tell it to do.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, so I got about half in, at least 40 to 50% of my clients have alopecia, and then the other percentage have really thick short hair. And I got some who have thin hair, but the way I can curl their hair, it gives them that nice volume that they looking for. So I don't
Now,
have to add any hair.
when you go to school, do you have to learn, like, let's just talk about textures. When you go to school, I mean, to the to get the license, you got to learn about different textures, or is it just knowing how to do hair,
So
and then it's different textures? If I make
so so I went to school in Wisconsin. I got my teaching license and all of that in Wisconsin.
sense.
And they only thing you learning basically is white hair, black hair texture, and permed hair. So you get 4 different textures. You got the black straight, the black curly, the white straight, and the white curly. And after that, you just, they book wise, about alopecia, and book wise, about coarse hair and this things, but that's not really something. So when you get out of school, that's something that you have to learn on your own. So um, it's best to do your own research and take classes and stuff like that, um,
Mm-hmm.
so that you can learn a little bit more about the different textures, because that's not something that they really go
Touch
into
on it.
depth. Yeah, they don't
Mm-hmm.
go into depth with it.
Mm. And
Now
then
here in Charlotte, I
YouTube
do notice that
University.
there's a lot of more black teachers here
Mm-hmm.
in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if they're teaching about that, but you would think that maybe since there is a little bit more black people here that are teachers, that they're learning about that. But I wish we would have learned a little bit more about alopecia a little earlier on in school, because like you said, it was hidden, so it wasn't really talked about a lot, not even in school, just maybe on a few pages of the book in school. But other than that, no, you just had to know somebody who dealt with, who was dealing with it.
Mm-hmm. Now, I would say you can actually learn on. I call it YouTube University. If I
Oh
want to
yeah.
learn something, I go straight to YouTube
Absolutely.
University. I live
Me
on
too.
YouTube. This is how people be like, "How she know this to do it?" YouTube University.
Let
That's
me tell
it.
you something. It has been a plenty of times where people ask me to do something, and you think I'm typing a text to somebody in my phone. I'm right behind your back. I done put in, watch that
Right.
watch that video for 2 seconds, because I catch on really easily. I watch that video. I'm like, that's it. And I'm like, and they like, oh, this this is really not. And then the inside, my heart beating like crazy because this is the first time I did this. But YouTube University has saved
YouTube
me.
University, that's it.
Yes.
So then, quick question: do you feel like if people was to eat like the food that we're eating now is so like processed? Like right now, I'm not eating any. I don't feel too well right now. To be honest, like I feel like I'm a little off. It hit me like about 6 o'clock, but I'm not eating chicken for 30 days. Okay,
Yeah.
so it could be like leaving my system or whatever. But do
Yep.
you feel like some of the foods that we're eating is it plays a big part on how healthy our hair can get or be, or vitamins that we should be taking? Let's touch on that.
Absolutely. So I feel like some of the more processed foods, different things that we're eating, it dries out the scalp. It's not about the hair, it's our scalp
Mm-hmm.
condition. So if we
Mm-hmm.
have dry scalp, you get breakage, you have shedding, and
Mm-hmm.
is a lot of people are not drinking enough water, number one, because you need
Mm-hmm.
that water. Um, Drinking too much soda.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just know I know people that don't have any vegetables or anything. So I can't say that it stops your hair from growing, but I do know that it does play a big role in your shedding, the conditions of your scalp, the irritations, different things like that inflame in our scalp. Like everything that we eat and we consume, it comes out. That's why they're able to use our hair samples and DNA to find out different
Mm-hmm.
things because
Mm-hmm.
it goes into our bloodstream and it basically grows out of this
Mm-hmm.
of your head. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times I see and I'll ask my client and they be like, I knew you was gonna say that. I'm like, you ain't been drinking a lot of water, have you? And it's like it's the dandruff that be in the hair where it's not like cake to the scalp, but it's
Mm-hmm.
just that real flaky just on your you're not drinking enough water, you're dehydrated, you dehydrating your scalp. So your hair is like most of the time it won't shed right away, but you definitely can tell that the whatever you've been consuming has not been good for you. And
Good.
another thing, a lot of my clients have high blood pressure, and
Mm-hmm.
that is causing a lot, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of thinning hair, shedding, hair falling out in clumps from the high blood pressure medicine. And so one of my clients, me and her was testing the theory out, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I want you to try to eat better, make sure you're drinking your water, change different things in your diet, and let's see if if you don't take your blood pressure pills, let's see how that goes. So because it had been, and she comes recent, so I know her hair, and I know when her hair feels its healthiest, and I know when it's shedding. Her hair was shedding so bad during the shampoo portion,
Mm-hmm.
she did, and I was like, "What's going on?" And I asked her, and that's when she told me about her blood pressure medicine. So that's when we came up with that, and then she came back. I want to say it's been like 2 months, and we just talking and carrying on, and I didn't shampoo her hair that day, but I had to blow dry it, and there was no shedding, and I'm just shampoo blow drying her hair, and then it dawned on me, and I'm like, you've been taking your medicine? She turned around, looked at me, she was like, I said,
Okay,
well,
now we're not
how do you
doctors, so we're
feel?
not saying just don't take
Exactly.
it. Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
saying that.
Let's just
All
say
I'm
that.
saying is
Yeah, yeah.
what I'm
She's saying
saying is
her plan.
you have to make sure if you take to cut down and to be
Mm-hmm.
able to get lower dosages of this medication, you got
Mm-hmm.
to do better. You have to eat better. You have to drink water. You got to stop doing all of the things that, because if you're on this high dosage of high blood pressure medicine, it's tearing your body apart. It
Yeah, I
really is.
believe that.
I've seen it. My mom has high blood pressure,
Mm-hmm.
and she took it upon herself. Started working out by herself. She started doing all of these things that helped her, where she still has to take it, but she ain't got to take as much. So when she told me that she wasn't taking her blood pressure medicine, I asked her how was she feeling. She said, I feel fine, but I want to talk to my doctor about lowering the dosage. And I
Knowing the
said, yeah,
dose.
do that,
Mm-hmm.
but make sure you taking it. But you do
Mm-hmm.
need to talk to your doctor, because sometimes if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, they have no other choice but to raise it to wherever it's supposed to, your medication to wherever it's supposed to
Yeah.
be. However, I do know that that is one of the main components in Black women when they start losing their hair. And when they come in to me and they start asking me about, it could be a new client, and I ask them all the time, are you on any medication? That's my main thing that I ask. Are you on any medication? Yes, no. How is your water intake? Most of the time, if they're not on any high blood pressure medicine or anything like that, their water intake sucks. They barely drink water.
Right.
They
That's my
drink,
life.
yes, they drink a lot of soda. Um, their diet is very poor, and I can even tell for myself, because I used to be a water drinker. I would have like 4 bottles of water up on my station at work just so I could consume it, so I can see it. Then I started to not do so good, and
Mm-hmm.
I like Dr. Pepper, and I would drink it, and I would notice that my scalp would get dry. And I would notice that I would
Mm.
have the same shedding. So it's a lot of it is water.
Definitely in the food.
Yeah,
Hmm.
a
I
lot of it
believe
is,
it's in the food
yeah.
too. Like
Oh yeah.
whatever we're eating now, all
Oh
of this,
yeah.
we don't have enough food to go around.
We're
So it's
getting, well, the
like,
thing is we're getting dehydrated.
hmm,
Just like if we don't nourish our bodies, and we're not eating vegetables and things like that, we have to go to the hospital. They got to put you on the IV, and you got to rehydrate your body. And that's the same thing if you're not doing that with your hair.
hmm,
It's not going to be healthy. Something is going to happen. Your scalp is the main thing. That's why they have scalp treatments and protein treatments, because we're not getting enough of that. So that's a
that
big
and
thing
sister
in that.
put vitamin D deficiency can play a part too. She
Oh
said
yeah.
your
Oh
vitamin
yeah.
D. Hmm.
Yep. You have to
Yeah,
definitely I take a vitamin D pill. I try to tell my
me too.
clients to.
Hmm.
I say take a women's vitamin
Well, I take the black girls
anyways.
the black girls
Yeah.
vitamin
Yep.
D, blah, blah,
And I
for the
do
black
tell a
girls.
lot of my ladies who are just suffering from thinning hair to go get a bottle of prenatal
Hmm.
vitamins, because
Hmm.
that helps with your nails and your hair. And
Hmm. The
so
biotin
just
in it. The
yep,
biotin.
just taking
Hmm.
it will definitely help to get your hair back growing. And also castor oil, regular castor oil, rubbing it on the spots where your hair might. You don't need Jamaican castor oil. All you need is regular castor oil. And I've seen it work so many times. I tell my clients to do it all the time, and I can attest to it growing your hair back very and fast.
Hmm.
Yep.
Fantastic. Now like I'm allergic to glue, so I can't use
Okay.
no type of glue. I was trying to figure out like what was making messing my hair is long, but then what like took it out
Yeah.
one time, and it was like we're not can't use no type of glue, no type
Okay.
of glue at all. So this is why I wear a lot of the frontal things,
Yeah.
and then Soroye, either glueless or just a little thin hair, just
Around it. Yeah.
to hold it down, and then the rest is like growing underneath, really really healthy. So I think that a lot of the products that is being made, because at the end of the day they just man made, and
Exactly.
the more that we're using them, the more
Exactly.
faster that they're making them. So
Exactly.
do you agree with it could be some of the products too, that like
Absolute.
juices and stuff?
Absolutely. And I feel like and no jabs on the people who do their hair at home or none of that kind of stuff, or go to a stylist who's at home. Um, but that's why you have to be careful the stylist that you're picking, because if she don't care about how your hair is going to look when you come back, that is the goal. My goal is to get you to come back and to have healthy hair. A lot of these people see these people 1 or 2 times during the year. They don't care if they know that you just coming. So what they're doing is they're using an excessive amount of glue.
Mm-hmm.
They're not properly telling the clients how to take this out and what to do to get this out. And I've noticed a lot of clients, they just snatch the tracks out. You can have the protector on the scalp, but the protector is made to protect. And so when you wash the hair, I've been wearing I wear a quick weave all year long. last year my hair was a pixie. Now my hair is down here, my real
Mm-hmm.
hair,
Mm-hmm.
and I wear a quick weave. So when I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, quick weaves take your hair out," that's not true. The truth is, if you use an excessive amount of glue or you're not taking it out properly, you're going to have hair loss because you have to follow the directions, or you have to, either get it professionally done. Um, you have to take the precautions,
Right.
things that you're supposed to do.
I'm gonna sit in the chair. I don't even own any shampoo or conditioner. I'm being really, really honest. I don't own
Exactly.
neither one of them. I'm not washing my own hair at all. And Savoya ain't
But for
coming
those women who do,
out. Mm-hmm.
just listen. Just
Mm-hmm.
listen to your stylist, because I want you to come back. A lot of my clients
Right.
who have short hair styles, they want a quick weave every now and again. They want a different style. They want to change it up. And I do quick weaves and I do sew ins. So I don't just do short hair. I specialize in that. I prefer to only do that. But a lot of my clients, like I said, when they're going on vacation, they want a quick weave.
Mm-hmm.
I do all of those things because I do it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
But and I make sure I tell them, okay, if you need to take this out while you on vacation, this is what you do. You soak your head until it gets slimy and it comes out. But a lot of people don't have patience, so they go to ripping out this hair, and that's not how it's supposed to be taken out.
Because they taking
Now
out the follicles, right?
they're pulling the hair out of the follicles. And so
Mm-hmm.
imagine if you have a stylist who's just putting that glue, just piling it onto a track and just smashing it on your hair without a protector. There's no way you can get that glue out off your scalp without pulling your hair out. So that is causing a lot of alopecia type of problems too, because if you pull that hair out and you damage that follicle, that hair is not growing back. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where I can see a lot of people saying, oh, maybe now a lot of weaves have caused alopecia in certain areas of the hair, and it's usually around the hairline or
Mm-hmm.
the closure piece,
Simple. Mm-hmm.
because they're not using, so you know how we make the closure and spin it in a circle and you
Mm-hmm.
put it there. But if you're not careful and you just ripping this hair out of your head and you don't have any protector on your hair, it is going to cause some type of
And
balding
braiding, a lot
or
of braids, tight braids can take your hair out too. That's too much
absolutely.
tension, back to
That's
back to back to back to back.
that's another reason why I get a lot of clients who ask what protective style could they use if they have, just the thinning in the top
Mm-hmm.
and they have hair on the sides, and they ask, why do I recommend a quick weave at the top instead of a sew in? Well, I recommend a quick weave because I'm able to put this protector here. I'm able to put the strips on there, put a cap on, protect it really well, versus a sew in that spot. I have to braid your now weak hair here, and now
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the thread and basically, and you can, if I can hear it and I have a head full of hair, if I can hear my hair, that the thread tight on there.
Yeah.
So I refuse to do that. If anybody has thinning hair at the top, I refuse to do the sew in, and I have had to turn down client. I'm not scared to turn down a client. I rather you have a safe hairstyle than to me causing any more damage to your hair. So a lot of people say thank you for being honest, and a lot of people are like, oh, okay, well, thank you, and they go find somebody else. But I don't think they understand that I'm not coming from a place of I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just coming from a place of if you're trying to grow your hair back, I don't want to be doing something that's going to counteract your growth, because it
Right.
will rip your hair out. And then when
No,
you
it
go to
will.
take this out and you combing out your braids, you know how you get shedding from your braids? The
Mm-hmm.
hair that you think you've grown, you're losing it once we got to comb the braid out. So it's a lot of different things that go into play when with thinning hair.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I've seen better results by making sure I use the protector, like the morning glory, and then using my black strips and
Mm-hmm.
putting a stocking cap on. I have better results with
Mm-hmm.
the hair growing back versus a
Now,
sew
how
in.
long should a person wear the glue for the quick weave? Because some people
A
ride
quick,
it out for the longest, and then that
okay,
could take your hair out too, right?
exactly. So a quick weave shouldn't be worn no more than 2 to 3 weeks.
Mm.
At least 2 to 3 weeks. And I say 2 to 3 weeks. I say 2 weeks pushing 3 weeks for like a regular quick weave like I got, because it's gonna loosen up and it's gonna start pulling on your hair. But like for 27 pieces, the hair is so tedious and so close together. You can get away, and I'm almost saying about 3 to 4 weeks for that. So a lot of my ladies who have alopecia, they only have to come once a month to get that service done. It's not something that they have to keep doing because they're not touching their hair. Number one, they're not having to comb it, so it's not going to pull at their hair. And then when they come in, the cap and everything is still in place. It just gets shampooed off, and most of the time it just kind of comes right off because it has the protector underneath there. But I've seen people go way too long by keeping quick weaves in, and that can cause molding. It can cause other damage to your hair. And so I say for a regular quick weave, 2 to 3 weeks. And if you have a 27 piece or something like that, and you might can push it past that 3 weeks, but after 3 weeks you should be done with a quick weave.
All right, let's touch on one more thing, and then we'll talk about your clothing line. So dandruff. I don't have dandruff. Praise God. I've never really have, like, I don't have dandruff, but I can tell like some people really have it really bad. And I don't think sister really has a bad case of dandruff. That might just be something that we don't have. Is dandruff formed from not drinking a lot of water, or is it just something that could be passed on from your family? Where does it come from?
I don't think dandruff is passed on from your family. I think this is just a you issue, something that's going on with your body. I know some of my clients, like I have to do my assistant has to do it in a really extensive shampoo, a good scrubbing of the scalp. They do have a lot of thick dandruff on the hair. So there's the dandruff that is really, really thick and stuck more to the scalp. And then you just have the flaky dandruff. The flaky dandruff most of the time is caused from just not drinking a lot of water. And once you get into the more thicker dandruff, you need to go see a doctor, because most of the time that's a shampoo. They bring their shampoo in, and I shampoo their hair with it, because it's either like a fungus type of thing. It could be something that you're allergic to. Just the inflammation, how you have like dry patches on your skin and certain things like that.
So is it like a form of eczema in the hair?
It's more of a scalp type of disorder, and it depends because it can get up behind your ears and different stuff like that. So the shampoo that they use is medicated, so it helps with that, because scrubbing too hard with your regular shampoo trying to get rid of it, you can cause more abrasions and things like that. But with their shampoo is designed to get underneath that dandruff and really do a good. Tisa does a really good scalp treatment with that, and I've watched her video, and she is bomb. I watch a lot. I thank God a lot of my
hair growth too.
Yeah, thank God a lot of my clients don't have a lot of that. But most of my ladies just don't drink enough water, and I stay on them. I'm like, drink the water. But I say if they do have that thick dandruff, they really do need to go talk to a doctor, so that because what they're doing is you might be shampooing with the shampoo that you're allergic to, something in there, the sulfur. That's why we use a lot of sulfate-free shampoos, because most of the time a lot of people are allergic to the sulfate. So that's what's irritating the scalp. So if you notice, that's why a lot of hairstylists who really care about their clients, they don't buy their stuff from the beauty supply store. You got to go to somebody else, a professional, because the things that you buy, you got to make sure you know what's in there, because majority of the people is something about the sulfate that does something to the scalp. So a lot of my shampoos is sulfate free.
So sulfate is more like a gluten or MSG to your body.
Well, I don't want to go all into that, because I don't know.
MSG, it makes you sick. So I guess
I'll have to get back with you on that part, because I don't want to say something wrong and then have
Right.
people looking into that. But I'm definitely gonna get back with you. But I know it's something in there in different shampoos that really do irritate the scalp. So that's why when people go, and I tell my aunt all the time, she got all this stuff at her house and she buy all this stuff, and I'm like, give things a chance and give it a whole month to work on your hair before you see if it works. She'll give it a week and then she on to something else. So if your hair get irritated, you don't know which one
That's
made
true.
you. So you got to give stuff a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know about stuff, you got to do some patch tests. You have to put it in the crease of your arm or something like that, or right up in your wrist. Just
Mm-hmm.
if you get irritated, because that's where you will see them. If you put
Mm-hmm.
it in there, if it gets
Mm-hmm.
red,
Mm-hmm.
then most of the time you're allergic to it. That's how you can find out if you're allergic to a lot of the products, but you don't know it. And a lot of people are using hair color that they're allergic to and they don't know it.
That's how
So
their
you
eyes
do,
get swollen and now
or
do
they just
some of
have
these
real
things
bad.
have like pork in it?
You know what? I don't know.
I was thinking maybe some of it have like something that you
It's
really,
the
really
dyes.
oh.
It's the color. Just like if you got a pack of hair, I've got
Mm-hmm.
a pack of weave one time, and they put so many different chemicals on the weave, and it was
Mm-hmm.
curly hair, so it was wet, and so the whole side of my face was breaking out, and I was like, what the heck is wrong? I'm thinking it's the soaps and stuff, but then when I noticed it, like on my back where the hair was sitting, they got so many chemicals, and then I saw black
Mm-hmm.
dye. So you got to imagine how much chemicals they put on the hair to get it the color that they needed.
Right.
So a lot of people, if you're allergic to hair color and then you still putting in weave, even though you're not putting in hair color directly on your scalp, you're still allergic to that color that's in there. So you got to be careful a lot with the hair extensions and stuff. That's why people are boiling them now to get. And if you look at that, it has like real cast, a whole lot of wax
Right.
and
A
stuff
whole
comes
lot of
off of
stuff.
that hair.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine how much stuff in there that you're allergic to. So you just got to be
Mm-hmm.
really, really careful when you doing a lot of different things, especially if you know that your body is prone to.
Prone to
Uh,
it.
yeah, you got
Mm-hmm.
to be careful.
So I was watching, was it Judge Mathis or Steve Harvey? One of them back a little while ago when I used to watch those judge shows. And one lady sued another lady. So one lady sued the hairdresser because the hair that she put in her hair, she felt like it had spirits on it. So it was like, believe it or not, I really don't go and let a lot of people touch me because I really believe in that. I believe that
I do. I definitely do
I
too.
mean, I really
So I
believe
do.
like where did you? I don't eat from nobody. I go to either Letisa or Soroye, and I
Yeah,
primarily now go to Soroye. Those are my two nieces. They not over me, wishing me no kind
yeah,
of ill will intentions. And I think that
absolutely.
people should be very mindful of always switching beauticians or getting mad at this beautician or having
Yeah,
an alt with a beautician and then going back to that beautician because that person is so close to your follicles. We don't and if my nieces was on here, they could contest. If my hair, you like when they take it out and she combs it, don't throw my hair on the floor. It's not going in the trash can. They have to hand it to me. I wrap it in the tissue and I take it back with myself. And then, like my great grandmother used to flush it. She sat on her hair and she would say, more hair. And I
yeah,
really believe that um, you're not touching my hair, neither are you throwing it in the trash or you letting it sit on the floor. And I really believe like be mindful of where you're buying the hair from, even though we're
yeah,
from like Soroye with washing and stuff, because do you feel like she won the case because even her husband was saying after she put it in her hair, she started acting like a whole nother person, like a whole spirit,
yeah.
like a whole nother person. How do you feel about that?
Well, since I do believe in spirits and all of that kind of stuff, I feel like maybe entities can get on you any kind of way. No
That's
matter,
true.
we don't know what she opened up the doors to. Maybe her alter ego was that person and it just got out of hand, and I don't know. However, since I do believe in that, I do believe that you got to be careful with the chair hopping and all of that. Not because everybody's going to do something to you. It's just that your hairstylist is she if you're coming to her, she cares about you, your hair, she cares about you. and she wants you to be able to come back and get your hair done, so she's not gonna want to do anything to you. I've never thought that far about doing hair, because I ain't thinking about nobody. I don't care about
I mean, but
is that bad.
that's not in your culture. That's not maybe
Exactly.
how you. That's not how maybe you operate. But there are people.
Exactly, but there are people who do that. But
Mhm.
I do believe that you should stick. If not, if that stylist just ain't working out for you, don't stay there. But just doing all that different stuff, that can different products, different things on your head, different, different sprays and whatever, that's gonna give you some type of shedding and everything anyway. So that's not gonna
Mhm.
be good for you, because 9 times out of 10, most stylists don't use the same items. They don't have the
Right.
same thing. So that's not good. But I definitely do believe in spirits, and I'm sure something was going on, because I don't think she would go that far
Mm.
to sue somebody, and her with her husband as well. But that's something that she probably had going on with her. So,
I mean, I'm just,
but I mean, at the end of the day, we don't know
we
where this
really don't
hair is
know what
coming
people
from.
doing at their house. We don't
Yeah,
know.
we don't know what this hair. First of all, we don't know how far this hair has traveled. We don't know what people got going on. We don't know who the sellers of this hair. We don't know the person's head it came off of. So we don't know. So you could, me, all you can do is pray on this hair before you put it in your head, and look, get you some sage or
You're
something.
not the
But
same.
listen, you got to do whatever you got to do. That's gonna be your protector. But
That's right.
sometimes, it depends. You people will let some weird stuff in, and we don't know what people got going on in their life.
That's
But
why,
you got to be
I
very
mean,
mindful.
I don't eat from anyone, and don't invite me to a pop luck, a good luck, a potluck. I mean, if it was if you invited me and said, you would have good luck at this potluck, then I'm just gonna be stuck with bad luck because I'm literally
I'm not
like,
gonna eat
they
it.
just had one at my job. True story. They had one at my job, and on the line, I was like, I wonder who cooked the food. Was it
Yeah,
catered?
no.
And then he was like, I believe the hamburgers and the chicken came from somewhere. So I ate. I said, when I walked in, I said, well, who prepared all this good food? And she was like, well, this was catered. Give me the piece of the fried chicken. I took the
Yeah,
hamburger, and
yeah,
then I walked around. I got a piece of cake and some strawberries that looked like it came from Publix. And it's
yeah.
nothing.
That's
I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I really don't know how you keep your house
yeah,
and what you
yeah.
got going on in your dwelling. So I choose
Yeah,
not to.
there's too many times I've watched the internet and they got the cats crawling up on the counters, and
Yes,
no, no, thank you. I'm gonna be
yeah,
okay. I
yeah.
will starve.
Me too. There you go. That part. So what kind of clothing line do you have? I know we have like a
So,
athletic wear, right?
yep. So I have in the wintertime I sell a lot more of my hoodies and joggers. And they have my logos on them. I have like 3 different logos. It's Lavish Life. And then I have my workout clothes. Um, and I've been slacking a little bit because I've been trying to work, and I've been doing a lot of traveling because I'm doing another venture with my best friend. So I've been going back home a lot more. So I'm getting back to my clothing line. I kind of shied away from it, but like I said, it does way better in the wintertime because a lot of people love the hoodies and the joggers.
Mm-hmm.
But and my workout clothes sell in the wintertime as well, because it's very comfortable. It's very, very I've had those sets for like almost 4 or 5 years now, and
Mm-hmm.
I still wear the same ones that I've been wearing. Some of them got too big for me, but I still wear the bra tops with other pants. And
Mm-hmm.
so the fabric is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I just, like I said, I've been having a lot going on with just trying to maintain the salon and just life, and life been lifing. And since my son passed away, I think that's when I kind of slowed down on my clothes. And I think I had got another order in like a little bit after that. And then once that sold, I kind of was like, yeah, I need to focus on some other things. But everybody keep asking me like, when you gonna put the hoodies back up? When you gonna do this? So I'm getting a lot of more people asking, so I do need to get back to it because I love
Mhm.
wearing my own brand. Um, and yeah, that's about. So I'll be
That's
back
it.
soon. Yep.
Hmm. And then you could put all the links in there. If you have links, like
Okay.
after it's over, you could put all the links back in. She exercises. She works out every day, all day. Y'all. So I live
Monday through
vicariously.
Thursday.
I live vicariously through her or Tisa at the
Look.
gym. They're sweating when they're live, and I just feel like a 1, 2, 3. Oh,
Right. You
we got a
breathe.
dog. We have a dog now, the German Shepherd, and
I saw him. I saw him pulling you
it's
outside
a
the other day.
she. It's a she. She
Oh
takes me
yeah, I
down the
saw her.
steps, and
Yes.
she take and the bigger she gets, the more strength she gets in her legs.
Oh
So she takes
wow.
me down the steps. She takes me up the steps. She takes me through the. Shauna's like, well, control the leash, and it's okay because she got that thing around her. If we pull it, it's like the little pump. It's like a training
Yeah.
kind of collar, but I allow her to kind of walk me a little bit faster. So it's really been helping
Yeah.
my knees. It's been helping my legs. It's been really
Okay.
helping me like a
To
stepper.
get
So
out
I
and get
said,
motivated.
yeah, get out. I
Yep.
take her for a walk on my break. So I took her today down the steps, up
Okay.
the steps. I walk her around. So she is my little walking treadmill, the human version.
That's all you need. Honestly, is a good
Yeah.
walk. You be good to go.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna order me one of them little steppers that I see that everybody on there. How do you
Oh
feel about
yeah.
the stepper?
I think it works. One of my
Okay, yeah.
girlfriends, she I don't know if you've seen me tag her a few times or share her stuff. She has the other, not this waist trainer that I have on, but she has the black one that I usually wear with the pink emblem. And she's been using that stepper thing. And she said she can feel it all in her legs, like it's toning her up. So I was even thinking about getting one
It's
because
on
I
sale
can't
right
do
now
that
on
stair
TikTok.
stepper.
It's on sale. They have it on sale
Oh
for I
really?
think it's for 2 days or so. So it's only $25.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah,
try
I
one
said
of
it
them
because it's
then.
normally about 50 or something like that. Even and
Okay.
the
Because
shipping
I
is free.
can't the stair stepper at the gym. I
Hmm.
I can't do that. Like
Yeah.
5 minutes is all you're gonna get from me on there.
Hmm.
The treadmill, I can run that treadmill, walk it, but as far as that thing is concerned, you get 5 minutes out of me. But I think I can stand there and
Yeah,
do
and then
that because I can sit in my
it
room
comes
and
with the
watch
thing.
TV.
So I'm about to order me one, but I
There's
ordered
another
a waist
lady too
trainer.
there's another lady that's on TikTok too. She got that real tiny little waist. She's a light skinned girl and she be on that thing. And she was on it before it got popular. She was
Mm,
walking on that thing and her legs look really, really toned. And she got a nice butt. You can tell
mm,
it's her real butt,
mm.
but she looks really toned. So maybe that thing be working.
Yeah, they say it be working, so I'm gonna get me one. But then I ordered a waist trainer because TikTok's funny. First it was the hair, then it's this, and if you follow
Yeah.
this, then it's the stepper, then it was the
Yeah.
waist trainer. Girl, I was that waist trainer, put it on for the first time. That waist trainer been sitting in my chair.
Which one did you get? The sculpt
I got the one. It looks like. Do you have it where it zip up and then it Velcro over?
Nope. So this one has it velcros at the bottom, velcros on the top, and then it has two that you come around your waist with.
It's something like that. So a
So
Velcro and
my
Velcro.
sister has the sculpt touch. They reached out to her and they wanted her to do be like the you know how they do the
Apprentice thing.
ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
So and hers has the sauna thing in the inside and you zip it and then you pull it around you. And I wanted one of them because then you don't have to. I have the sweet sweat belt
Mm-hmm.
and it makes you sweat really, really good. I like to use the Abilene cream with it, put
Mm-hmm.
it on, and you work out, that thing be dripping with sweat. So she said that hers is dripping with sweat too, but I like that it has the things here to kind of pull your waist in
Well,
while
that's
you
the one I
sweating.
have. I ordered it off of TikTok.
Okay. Okay, I bet that. See, I like that one too, but this one,
Mm-hmm.
I put this one on after I used my sweat belt because I just came back from work. I went to the gym and then I went to work, but then I had my sweat belt on all day. But I like to
Mm-hmm.
train with this one at least about 8 hours, and then I'll take it off.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, with fibromyalgia, I can't keep it on too long.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just the opposite, so I can't do extensive workout like everybody else can do, or I can't
Yeah.
wear it for a long period of time because
Yep.
it's helping you, but it's hurting me, right?
Oh yeah.
So
Yep.
working out backfires on me to where
Yep.
somebody else, I couldn't work out with you. You be like, I left her in the dust about 3 hours ago. She been in
That's
that
all right.
same
Th-
treadmill mode. because it would backfire on me. So we can't be too extensive with anything, because then
and you just getting out there and walking with that dog is good because walking is always good.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you've been a real love. I have learned a lot. I think that a lot of people should, if you want to do something in life, I think you should just definitely study what it is that you want to do, regardless what it is, right?
Absolutely.
I think people should just apply more of themselves to learning different things than they are being, like you said, stuck. Like just like the hairstylist is stuck.
Yeah.
Because then they're behind the 8 ball. They're not learning a lot. I think I definitely sit on TikTok. And I learned so much from the TikTok university.
Yeah.
It could be negative sometimes with these stories. I'm like, good God. Or it's really, really informative.
Exactly.
And,
but if you notice, if you figure out what your passion is and you just do that thing and then branch off from that thing, most of them TikTok people that's getting paid, they're doing one thing. And they're getting good off that one thing. Nowadays, we got too many people trying to do a million things. Master your craft and do that 1 or 2 things, and make it work for you. They're doing 5 and 6 things trying to make it. But
you're not really making it. You're all over
because everything is half-assed. I hate to say it that way, but
true.
You're not putting your all into it, which is why I think at that time when I chose to say, okay, I know that I have Lavish Life clothing, but I have to focus now because I'm always booked, but I'm never that stylist that's gonna be like, oh, I ain't taking no more clients. No, because if you catch me in there, I'm definitely getting you in. Like I'm not putting up no sign that say, no, I'm not taking clients anymore. I never understood that. But I do know that you do have to focus in on what it is that you really, really want to do, because I'm a person that if I'm not passionate about it, I know for a fact that I'm not giving it my all. And I know that I'm not really going to care too much about doing it. And then I get bored. So I think that a lot of people, no matter what it is that they're doing now, you have to be passionate about it and not just do it because you saw your friend do it or you saw somebody else do it and now you think you're going to do it. It's like, no, focus on that one thing, be so passionate about it and make it work for you. But I'm
a witness of that. I think that is so true. Like, I can sell clothes all day. One thing about me, styling, I'm not lacking in that. I'm never going to be lacking in that department. Always been like that since I was living in Brooklyn. But, if you need me to help you order something, people be in my inbox like you had me dying. I wish you would go back to selling clothes. I will find you the piece, send me the photo.
Right.
I will even tell you how much the price is.
And I love that about you. I love
how many things you ordered on the discount price. People wouldn't even have known that. Well, I'm about to order this sweater. You better get in with this sweater while the sweater orders, right?
I'll be like I told my sister, I said, you better come. She about to order. You better get your order in. But that's because you know your lanes, and a lot of people just don't know their lanes. And like I have so many young ladies like, how do I get into making t-shirts? How do I? Because they know I make my own. I was pressing my own stuff. I was peeling out that stuff and making my own after I found, I had another lady making them and some crazy stuff happened with her. But I'm not gonna gatekeep because what God has for them is for them, and what He has is for me. We're not making the same item, and even if people, you got to let people vote with their pocketbook the way they want to.
Exactly.
So I don't have any problem. I'm gonna share whatever I can share because it's not doing me any good keeping it in.
I share a lot of things too, but I got a shameless plug Millie Season because I always shout out Millie Seasoning while I'm on the live.
That's right.
So Millie Seasoning is an all natural seasoning. It is sodium free. I have garlic and herb seafood seasoning,
and it's so good,
all purpose, and I make a chicken fry to order. Millie Seasoning and now selling on Amazon.com. So to God be the glory, and we working on a lot of other platforms. You can find me in Atlanta, Georgia this month. I will be in Wilmington. Then I will be in Florence, South Carolina. So we're doing a lot of vending shop. God is moving in a mighty big way. But if you shop online at millieseasoning.com, put in save save 10, you save 10%. On Amazon, it's all the same price. So Millie Season, everything you need is in one bottle, and it's flavored done the old-fashioned way. Your taste buds will thank me later. And I'm not just saying that. It's a great
It's the truth.
seasoning.
It's
Huh?
the truth. It's the
Yeah.
truth. I got both of them, and I ran out. I still got my seafood one, and I ran out of the other one. And my dad was like, "What you using?" And I use it on my chicken, and he tried it. He was like, "This pretty good." You know, my dad old school. He liked to season up his stuff, and he was like, "This real good." I was like, "I told you it's good."
Yeah, thank
So
you
it's
for
really
that.
good.
So we are about to end this live. You've been a love. I thank you for coming. As you know,
Thank you
short
for having
short
me.
notice. You just popped on, and I really learned a lot. And I hope everybody could just catch the replay. You guys give her a follow if you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina, or the surrounding areas. Even if you're not suffering with any hair loss, or you just want to get your hair done really nice, short. She
Yes,
can
come get
hang
your hair done,
get your
girl.
hair done. Really nice pin curl looking look. I really love that look. Definitely on my niece. And I'm
Yes.
not just saying that because she's my niece, but she really looks good with that hairstyle.
You can't
And
tell her nothing.
yeah, so you guys, she's really you can find her. She's around things to eat. She's in a great safe plaza. Walmart's by it, Target's not that far. We got Chinese restaurant, Popeyes, Wendy's,
Everything.
Cookout. What else we got? Taco Bell being built,
Harris
McDonald's,
Teeter,
Food Lion. So she's in a
Hefts,
great
all kind of stuff.
Hefts that's really good down the street. You could take the bus there or you could drive. Okay, so you don't have
Yep.
no excuses. And
That's
then
right.
make sure you put all your links in there. I am the host
I
of
will.
LB. This has been Toya with Lavish Hair Salon, and she's bringing back out her line. So you guys definitely make sure y'all follow her, ladies. If you guys want to look nice at the gym with your matching sets, right? Then
Right.
definitely look out for her, because definitely the hoodies. I'm gonna order me a hoodie, even though I don't go to the gym, but I will support you and get a hoodie, because you know it'll be
Okay.
hoodie weather coming up back
Oh,
soon, sooner than
absolutely.
we know it.
Absolutely.
And I love you like the love of Christ, my
I love you too,
sister.
baby.
I'm
I
not
love
sure if my
you.
moderator, which is my twin that always holds me down, is still in the room, but I love her. You guys share if you catch the replay, because sharing is caring and sharing is free. Make sure that you hit a follow on, subscribe to the YouTube University under Let's Talk About It podcast live interviews, because I got to get my subscribers up over there, and y'all hit me a follow on here, because we got to get our followers up, okay? Because we are
Yes.
monetizing and we trying to get our coins.
Absolutely.
Are you monetizing?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So
I get my good little check.
Yeah. So they bought back the I could now they took it away, because Facebook, I love y'all Facebook, but Facebook be acting real Facebooky sometimes. One little thing will make you feel like you violated.
Oh, absolutely.
So they finally just bring back
Absolutely.
the ads. So I'm happy
Good.
about that. But you guys make sure that you're walking to your calling, walk it to your passion, your calling. Do your studying, get knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and most of all, pray on it, and then have some faith. Don't rush it. Be consistent, and it shall come to pass. And I'm gonna give y'all that. Just be consistent. And I see you guys on Tuesday. That's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna have an amazing guest. I believe Courtney is in Houston. Don't quote me wrong, but she owns a really nice extension. I can't think of the name right now, but she owns her own office. She is doing it, and she's a young entrepreneur that's really, so I can't wait to interview her. So I thank you
can't
for
wait
coming.
to catch that.
We got here, and then the next following week after that, we got a man that owns a tequila company. It's a really nice bottle, so you got to watch out for that. And then we're gonna have they have a drum line in Coney Island, which is in Brooklyn, and she blings out the whole drum set. So God is moving, and I thank you guys for joining. And this is Let's Talk About It, and I am out. Peace. Let me get it some.